Awesome. Hello, everybody. My name's Steven. I am the Liondesk trainer, and welcome to our live Q&A. So if this is your first time joining us, what can you expect? Well, every Thursday we go live on Facebook, we go live on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and we like to go live, for like an hour, to make ourselves available, right? To make ourselves accessible. So if you have any questions about Liondesk, we'll be here every Thursday at 10 a.m. to make sure that we get your questions answered. In addition, we also like to go over new features and new enhancements that we launch with Liondesk. So we always have like this little two-part thing. I do like to start off with the enhancements, with our new features. That way it gives you some time to send us your questions, right? So like I mentioned, we do go live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. So if you want to send us a question, just make sure you add them in the comment section below. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into Liondesk and get started. Let me share my screen. And boom, here we are logged into Liondesk. First thing we're going to start off with is our new updates and enhancements. So how can you stay up to date with the latest Liondesk news? Well, you don't have to go further than your Liondesk account, right? Once you're logged in, you're going to see here in the upper right corner this little bell icon. Simply click here, and you're going to get this slide-in screen on the right-hand side. So from here, we're going to give you the latest Liondesk news. Every time we have a new update, a new feature, we'll post it here with a quick little video to show you how to make the most out of this, the new feature. So our most recent update, you can now view metrics and track your progress with our activity reports, right? So with activity reports, you can track your metrics such as email sent, text sent, calls made, and more, right? You can compare your metrics over the past week, month, or even year to get insight into your marketing efforts. And this feature is especially great for our admins and our team leaders, as they can now see and measure the progress of their sub-accounts and their team members, right? That way they can measure account activity and also production. So we have, again, our new activity reports where you can track and view all of your metrics. And as I mentioned, we do include a little video. So if you ever want to get to know more about this feature, you can go ahead and click there. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and take some time to review our new activity reports. Right, so before we dive in, again, if you all have any questions about the activity reports, any other feature in Liondesk, just make sure to comment in the comment section below, and I'll see your question up here. But let's go ahead and jump into activity reports. To view your activity reports, you want to open up the main menu, and we're going to scroll below and click on reporting. Perfect. Okay, so from the reporting tab, you're actually going to see a few tabs at the top, right? So we have email reporting, leads overview, leads team reporting, and summary, right? This has always been there. So if you have been using these tabs before, you can always check them out. But we added a new tab, this one here, activity reports. So as you scroll below, you'll see that you can now measure your metrics, right? Your emails sent, your emails opened, right? Text messages sent, and so on. So as I scroll below, you're going to see a graph. And towards the bottom, you're going to see this table, right? So this is going to help you track and measure all of your metrics. Let's go ahead and start off with this table below. So as you see here, it's tracking my metrics such as emails sent, emails opened, text sent, text received, and so on, right? So I can pick and choose which metrics I want to track. All you have to do is click here on the customize button. You're going to get this pop-up window, and it's going to let you pick and choose which metrics you want to track, right? I think for my my account, I have all of these selected. But if you really want to hone in and track specific metrics, you can do so by, again, clicking on that customize button. Here on the left-hand side, you're going to see all of the metrics that you can track, right? So all you have to do to select or deselect is click on the box here. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and have all of these listed. Let me just actually remove a few to make, okay, perfect. Right, so you can select which metrics you want to view. Once you select them, you'll see the right-hand side updates, right? So these are all of the metrics that you selected, and you can set up the order, right? So if you always want to see emails sent, and then right next to it, you want to see emails opened, you can just drag and drop those metrics to make them next to each other, right? So we have email sent, emails open. I'm going to move that right next to it. Boom. And once you make your changes, you can go ahead and click here to apply those changes. And you're going to see the table updates. Right, granted, I don't have the greatest numbers here, right? This is a demo account, so I don't really send emails through this account. But you will see all of your metrics here. You'll be able to see how many emails you sent, and of those emails that you sent out, how many of these emails got opened, right? This is a great way to get insight into your marketing efforts, right? What's your open rate, right? Traditionally, emails, the open rate tends to be on average somewhere between 15 to like 20%, right? And 20% is definitely really, really good. I think on average, I've seen about like 15%. Right, so this is a great way for you to measure these metrics, emails sent, emails open, as well as the other ones that you can select from. Right, all of this information here within this table is exportable. So if you want to download a copy of it and use like your own other platforms to measure progress, you can. Right, if you want to export this info, all you have to do is click here, export CSV. So once you click, you will get this pop-up window, and all you have to do is click here to download. Right, simply click, downloads into a CSV file, and it's going to download all of the information here that you have visible. So that's a heads up. If you don't select a specific metric for this table, it will not be included in this download. Right, but an easy fix is just make sure to click here on customize and add all of these metrics so you can download all of this information. Awesome. Okay, y'all. So this is, again, the activity reports table. It's going to give you a summary and overview of all of the metrics that you can track within Liondesk, right? But as you scroll above, you will see this graph. So whereas the table gives you an overview of all of your metrics, this graph is going to be very specific to one, maybe even two metrics at most. So if you see here at this graph, it's currently tracking my email sent. Right, but what time frame? It's tracking the previous Friday up until today, right? So Thursday, May 27th. So how do you modify that time frame? What if I want to track, the week, the month, or even the year? If you scroll to the top, you are going to see this drop-down menu, right? So this is telling me that I'm currently tracking from last Friday, May 21st, all the way till Thursday, May 27th. To change that time frame, simply click here, and you'll see all of the options, right? So you can track this current day, you can track yesterday, this week, the past 7 days, the last week, right? And if you're confused into which dates you'll be tracking, you are going to see the exact dates listed right next to that time frame, right? So if I select this month, it's going to track May 1st, all the way up until today, May 27th. But if I want to see the past 30 days, that's going to be Wednesday, April 28th, all the way till today, May 27th, right? So if you're not sure, just make sure to read the dates right next to it to get the exact dates. But let's go ahead and track this month. I want to see everything that I did in the month of May. Simply click, and you're going to see your graph updates. So as I scroll below, this graph is now going from the week of May 1st all the way to this current week of May 27th. Right, so I'm seeing this week by week, but if I wanted to see it day by day, you're going to see this option here to change the interval. Right, so you can click here, you can select hourly, but that's a little too much, right? That's a lot of points there. Daily, right, that's going to be for every day this month. Let me go ahead and click on daily. Right, and you're going to see those metrics graphed here. So as you hover over each point, you're going to see exact details for that exact dates, right? So as I hover over Saturday, May 1st, I see that I sent 0 emails, right? Bad, Stephen, you should be sending more emails, right? As I look here in the graph, the highest point I see is May 11th, right? May 11th, Tuesday, I sent out 25 emails. This was probably from a little demo of a mass email that I sent, right? So in this graph, it shows me that I sent out 25 emails on the 11th. As I hover over these other little smaller ones, I sent out one email on the 18th and another one on the 25th. right? So this is a great way for you to measure your metrics over the past week, month, or even year. Now, to make this even better, you can compare this metric, right, email sent against a different metric, right? So in this scenario, I want to see of the emails that I sent out, how many of them were opened. So when you click here on the second drop-down menu, you'll be able to select what metrics you want to compare, right? So I'm comparing email sent with, let's go ahead and click on email open. And then once you click, you will see a new line added to the graph below, right? So the new line is now a dark orange line, right? And you're going to see that here in the drop-down menu, right? In the first metric, it's always going to be blue, and you're going to see that color there. The second metric is always going to be orange. You're going to see that color there. So as you look at the graph, you can kind of see and tell of the emails that were sent out, you can tell how many of those had opened. So for example, of the 25 that I sent out on May 1st, only one of them was opened. Right, again, this is a demo account. All of my contacts are fake, so I don't expect to see huge numbers here. But this is a really great way to see your open rates, right? Again, the average tends to be about 15 to like 20%, and 20% is at the higher end. So if you see that you're falling below that average, like what can you do to improve, right? One of the things that you can do is check your contacts, right? Do they have valid email addresses, right? If it looks like mine, it's most likely that they don't have valid email addresses, right? So you can check your contact list, you can clean it up, remove any contact that had like unsubscribed or had a bad email address, right? That's one thing that you can look at. Another thing that you can look at is your content, right? Is what I'm sending out valuable to my clients? Are they valuable to my contacts? So you want to look at the emails that you're sending, right? If you're comparing your text messages, you want to look at the text messages that you're sending, and look at what your content is, right? Is it valuable? Is it focused? Am I giving them a reason to open this email, right? So those are two things that you can do to improve your email send rates or your email open rates, right? Review your contacts and clean your contacts, right? Remove anybody with an invalid email address. And also look at your emails and check out the content, right? Is it valuable? Am I encouraging my contacts to open up my emails, right? So this is a great way that you can use your activity reports to measure your progress and also find areas of improvement, right? For my example, I can definitely improve the emails that I'm sending out. All right, so here we have, again, comparing email sent and emails opened. One other thing that I want to point out with our activity reports is as you scroll above, you're going to see this button here, right? So we're currently tracking this current month, right? The month of May. But if I want to compare this to the previous month, right, April, you're going to see this option here. By clicking on this box, you can compare this current month with the previous month, right? So from Thursday, April 1st, all the way till Friday, April 30th. Simply click here, and you're going to see that graph updates. So if you look here on the email sent, right, this first metric is always going to be this blue line. If you're comparing it to the previous time frame, you're going to see another blue line, but it's going to be the light blue line, right? So this is going to compare April. This is going to be April. This is going to be the previous time frame. Same thing for the second metric, right? The current time frame will be this orange color. In the previous time frame will be the light orange color. So as you scroll below, you are going to see those here in the graph. So the dark blue is the month of May. The light blue is the month of April. And again, as you hover over these dots, you're going to get specifics about the metrics on those dates, right? So for example, on May 16th, I sent out 0 emails and 0 of them were opened. But if you compare that to April 16th, I sent out 12 emails and still nobody opened them, right? But this way you can compare the current time frame with the previous time frame and see if you're progressing, right? So if you had a bad, email open rate last month, you can compare it to this month just by looking at this graph, right? So this is a lot of great information for you to leverage to again find areas of improvement and just really track your progress over the course of the past week, month, and even year. Final thing to mention for teams and admin accounts, right? This is going to be a great tool for you to measure your team progress, your sub-accounts progress, right? As you scroll below here, especially in the table, in the activity reports table, you're going to see the metrics of all of your team members. You're going to see the metrics of all of your sub-accounts. That way you can track the progress of your entire team, right? Your brokerage, you'll see all that information listed here. And again, this information is exportable. All you have to do is click here to export into a CSV file. All right, y'all. So that does cover our new activity report. So make sure to check it out. A lot of great information to leverage to, again, find areas of improvement and just track your progress. All right, there's one more update that I want to go through. Again, just a reminder, if you want to get the latest Liondesk news, all you have to do is click here on this bell icon, and you're going to see all of the new updates. So the next one I want to talk about is including images in your mass text messages. Right, so before you've been able to send out an image to individual contacts, now you can do it in bulk. Right, so if you want to send out a mass text, you can do so, and you can now include an image. Also a GIF, if you want to send out a GIF, feel free to do so. All you have to do to send the mass text message is open up the main menu and click on Contacts. From here, you're going to see all of your contacts in the contact dashboard, right? So the contact dashboard is going to be the home of all of your contacts, right? From here, you'll be able to select who you want to mass text. All you have to do is click on the box next to the name. So you can always select a few. Right, again, just click on those few boxes there. Ooh, let me click on a few. If you want to select this entire page, you can click on this box above. If you want to select all of your contacts, you can go ahead and click here on this downward caret and select all. But quick note for text messages, for mass text messages, you can do a mass text message up to 150 contacts at a time. Awesome. So I selected here 100 contacts. Once your contacts are selected, you're going to see the following icons appear above, and you want to click here, SMS. Perfect. Okay, so from here, as you scroll below, you're going to see all of your contacts and their phone numbers. Right below, you'll have this section to type out your message. And if you want to include an image in your mass text, all you have to do is click here, Insert Image. Once you click, you're going to get the following pop-up window. So you can drag and drop any images to this section here, or you can click on this cloud icon to select from your computer. Right, so you can click here. It's going to open up all of your images and just go ahead and select the image that you want to use. Right, so this is a great tool if you want to send out like a new listing or even send out an image for an upcoming holiday. So that's the example that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the 4th of July, have an image already ready to go. Click on Open. And as I scroll below, I'm going to see a preview of the image. Let me zoom out a bit. Perfect. I'm going to see a preview of that image. Let's have this 4th of July image. You'll see the width and the height. So you can always customize that if you'd like. Right, all you have to do is just change one, and it updates the other for you. And it keeps that same ratio. Once you're done, you can go ahead and click on Upload. And you're going to see this code appear in your text message. So keep in mind, although it does appear as a code for you, this will appear as an image when you send out the message to all of your contacts. So once you're ready to go, you're going to scroll below, right? And you can click on any of these options. So you can send this this text message immediately. Granted, this is for 4th of July. So if anything, we want to make sure that we schedule this for the future, right? So you can click on Scheduled, select the dates, right? That's going to be the 4th of July. And then the time that you want to send out this text message, right? So you can schedule this out for the 4th of July. Better yet, you can have this on a recurring basis. So if you want to do this just once, set it and forget it, you can. Right? You'll have this option here for scheduled and recurring. So when you click, right, we're already sending this on the 4th of July at 10. Let me go ahead and change that to an even time at 10 a.m. And as I scroll below, I can set up the recurrence. So when you click here, you can do this weekly on a Sunday, monthly on the second Sunday, but this is what we want annually on July 4th, right? So every year, 4th of July, it's going to send out this text message to the 100 contacts that I selected. So I'm going to go ahead and click on annually on July 4th. When does this end? So I can select the specific dates, or I can set up just the amount of occurrences, right, after X occurrences. And I'm probably going to go with this route, right? I probably want to use this image like 5 times and then that's it. After that, I probably want to update my images, right? I don't want to be super repetitive. So for this, you can always change it, right? 5, you can put 10, but for now, I'm just leave that at 5 occurrences. And once you're done, you're going to go ahead and click on send. You're going to get this pop-up window, and it's just going to confirm what you selected, right? Sending a text on July 4th at 10 a.m. And this is going to have intervals annually on July 4th, right? So just to confirm, if that sounds right, go ahead and click on send. And it's going to schedule those text messages, and it's going to send them on July 4th for the next 5 years. So send them all at 10 a.m., right? So again, you can set it and forget it. It's a great tool for like holidays. Also, you can do send mass text messages for like listings, right? So if you got a new listing, you have an image of it, and you want to send that in a mass text message, you can. So those were the newest updates with Liondesk. Again, if you want to get the latest Liondesk news, just make sure to click here on the bell icon, and you'll see the recent updates and enhancements. We always include an article or a video to show you how to leverage this new feature. Awesome. All right, y'all, going back to the home page. I only see one question here, so we'll go ahead and do last call. If you do have any questions, go ahead and add them in the comment section below, and I'll see them here. So this question, what ways do I recommend that you can organize your contacts? Or how can you organize your contacts in Liondesk, right? There's different ways that you can organize your contacts in Liondesk. And the first place that you want to start is in your settings page. So when you click here in the upper right corner, right, you want to click on your name. See this menu up here. You want to click on settings. Perfect. So here in settings, you're going to see different ways that you can categorize and organize your contacts, right? There, I'm going to point out 3 specific ones that I see most people use. So the first one I want to point out is hotness levels, right? So if you're a brand new user, you're probably just going to see hot, warm, and cold. Granted, you can create any hotness levels that you'd like. Simply click here, new hotness category. With hotness levels, this is a great way to identify like the intent of your contacts. Are they looking to buy or sell a home soon, right? If they're looking to buy or sell a home, within the first few months, within the next 3 months, that could be considered a hot lead or a hot contact, right? Warm can be somebody that's looking to buy or sell within a year, and cold can be someone that's going to be longer than a year, right? So that's just one way that you can organize them. And again, that time frame, the 0 to 3 months, the 1 year or 1+ year, right? That's all like personal, right? That's up to you to decide. Granted, I think that's a really good standard to have, right? Hot leads are 0 to 3 months. Warm leads are within that year, and cold is longer than a year. If you want to add new hotness categories, again, you can go ahead and click here. So that's one way that you can categorize your contacts. Another way could be by lead source, right? So where did you get this lead from? Was it like a friend or family referral? Did the lead come in from your website? Maybe you have leads coming in from Zillow, Realtor.com, right? The way you respond to different leads from different sources can vary, right? So the way you communicate with somebody that is a referral could be different with the way you communicate with somebody that came from like homes.com. So that's a good way for you to categorize your contacts, your leads. Where did I get this lead/contact from? As you scroll below, you will see some lead sources already created for you. So you should see like Facebook, Zillow, you'll see my website. You can always add more. So as you scroll below, you will see this button here. new source. So simply click to add in a new source. And finally, I wanted to point out is contact tags. So with contact tags, you can use them for your contacts to search and keep track of contact types, interests, and more. So with contact tags, that's really up to you on the way that you want to categorize your contacts. But a few tips. I know I've seen agents use tags to identify buyers, identify sellers. You can also use a tag for your newsletter, right? Who wants to receive my newsletter? You can use these tags hundreds and hundreds of different ways, right? This is just a way to categorize your contacts, whether it's like an interest, contact type, and more. Let me see if I can give a few examples. So I have the buyer tag. You can create a tag for open house, right? This person was interested in this specific open house. Let's see a few other examples as I scroll below. I have a tag for San Diego. Maybe these contacts are interested in a home within San Diego. A good tip could be also the price range, right? Let me create that here. All you have to do is click on new tag. You get this pop-up window. And let's say I have a category, right? It's a price range from 400K to 500K. You click on add tag. So you can create that tag, assign it to your contacts. And then if you ever get a listing within that price range, you can just search for the tag, and all of those contacts that have that tag can possibly be interested in this new listing, right? So there's a lot of different ways that you can use tags, right? There's a lot of different ways you can categorize your contacts. So again, you can use hotness levels, lead sources, and also contact tags. And once you have these in place, you want to add them to your contacts, right? So you want to make sure that you update your contact list, right? Make sure that the hotness levels are appropriate. Make sure you add tags as soon as possible. So once you have that in place, you can go to your contact dashboard and start filtering your contacts. Excuse me. So you can go ahead and open up the main menu, click on contacts, right? Once you have your organization in place, you can filter your contact dashboard and create lists using your tags, using your hotness levels, and so on. So I have this here. I have my contact dashboard. Let's say I want to create a list for all of my warm leads. I think I already have a list for my hot buyers anyway, so I'm going to do warm leads. So from here, it's my contact dashboard. This is all the contacts I have in my account. To filter these, I want to click on the upper right, filters. You'll see this section appear below, and you want to start off by clicking on Add Condition. From here, you'll see the following drop-down menu. So this is going to show you how you want to filter your contacts. So when you click, you'll see all of the options, right? Assign user, hotness, tags, source, and so on. Right. So these are the three ones that I covered: hotness, tags, and source. But again, there's different ways that we can filter and organize your contacts. Those just tend to be the top three. But for this example, we are going to go with hotness level. Once you click, you can then select the second drop-down menu to create this rule, right? So is one of, is not one of, is empty, and is not empty. So is one of, you can select any hotness level, and they're going to create that list for you. Is not one of, you're going to select a hotness level, and it's going to create a list of contacts that do not have that hotness level. Is empty, it's going to create a list of contacts that do not have a hotness level. Is not empty, it's going to create a list of contacts that have a hotness level. Regardless of which hotness level, hot, warm, or cold, as long as they have one, it's going to add it to this list. So in this example, I'm just doing a list of my warm contacts. So I'm going to click is one of. And finally, I'm going to select the hotness level. So from here, I'm going to select warm. Once you select, you will see your dashboard update, and I can tell from the top that I have 3 contacts that have a warm hotness level. And as I scroll below, I'm going to see those 3 contacts here. Right, so you can save this. And if you always want to pull this list up, you can just make sure to save it. You can click here, Save Filter. Type in warm leads. Click on Save. And boom, done. right? Anytime that you want to pull up this list again, let me go ahead and reset this, right? Let me start from the beginning. I created this list. I want to pull up this list, right? So we started from the beginning. I created my warm list. How do I access this list, right? So every time you log in, you're going to see this contact dashboard. You're going to see all of your contacts. If you only want to see your warm list, go ahead and click on filters. You no longer have to do all of that work. It's already you already created that list. All you have to do is click here on this drop-down menu, and you're going to see all of the lists that you created. So you'll see the one that I just created, which is my warm leads. Go ahead and click here, and it's going to pull up all of those contacts. So for me, it's only pulling up these 3 contacts below, right? So you can create lists using your hotness levels, tags, lead sources, and there's a few other options, right? So you can go ahead and check it out. One other note that I want to point out is here in the filters, right below, you're going to see these options, right? Dashboard, contact filter options. So you can create a list, which is awesome. You can pull this list up at any time. But if you really want to follow up with those contacts, right? If you want to make sure that they don't slip through the cracks, you want to make sure that you click on these 2 boxes here, right? So this first box, this is going to display your list in your home dashboard. So every time you log in, you're going to see the list there with how many contacts are in that list, right? I'll show you in a second where that saves. So you can go ahead and click here to have that in your home dashboard so you see it every time you log in. The second box is to track contacts that are slipping away, right? It's always important to follow up with all of your contacts. But if you're tracking like your hot leads, definitely want to make sure that you follow up once a week. Your warm leads, you want to make sure you follow up probably once every 2 weeks, right? They're warm, not ready yet, but they're going to get there. So for this example, my warm leads, when do I want to get a reminder? If I forget to reach out, so if I forget to email, if I forget to text, how many days do I get of forgetting before I get that reminder? So I can set this up for 2 weeks, 14 days, right? So if I forget to email or text within 14 days, I'm going to get a little reminder in my home dashboard that's going to tell me, hey, these contacts are slipping away. Make sure to send them an email. Make sure to send them a text message. That way you stay top of mind. All right, so once you have that in place, go ahead and just click on Save Filter. I already gave it a name, my warm lead, so that's good to go. Once you have those selected, I mentioned that they will be in the home dashboard every time you log in. So let's go ahead and jump into the home dashboard. I'm going to open up my main menu and click on Home. And you're going to see here contact filters in the upper right, and you're going to see here warm leads, right? So you're going to see in my warm leads list that I have 3 contacts there. And then right below, you're going to see the contacts that are slipping away, right? So I have 3 contacts, so all of them, that I have not reached out to in the past 14 days, right? So from here, I need to send them an email. I need to send them a text. All I have to do is click here, and it's going to load that list of contacts so I can send them an email from here or send them a text. That way, I stay top of mind. Right, so again, set up your filters, create those lists, and click on these boxes here to have them in the dashboard. That way, you're always tracking them. That way, no one slips through the cracks. Just a heads up, you can create unlimited lists, but you can have 10 of them displayed on your home dashboard, right? So you really want to think of these 10 groups, right? What groups you really want to track? So for example, you definitely want to track like your hot leads, your hot buyers, your hot sellers, right? You want to make sure that you're on top of that communication. Awesome. All right, y'all, that was the last question that I see here. This will be last call. If you do have a last minute question, just make sure to add it in the comment section below. In the meantime, I'm going to take the next minute to go over our training page. So let me just jump back into the home page. Awesome. All right, y'all. So Liondesk has a lot of great training resources to get you started, right? You can access them all from your Liondesk account. If you look here in the upper right corner, you'll see these 4 square icons. Simply click, and you'll see their different resources, right? Our training resources, our help center, our marketplace, and submit ideas. Actually, let me quickly talk about each one. So with submit ideas, if you have a suggestion, right, a new feature or an enhancement that you want to see in Liondesk, please let us know. You can go ahead and click here and submit your idea. This gets reviewed by our team. And we're pretty responsive. So if we do decide to move forward, we're going to let you know. We're also going to send you a notification once that feature gets launched. So you can go ahead and let us know what your ideas are. Simply click here. We also have our marketplace, which is full of integrations, services that you can take advantage of. So you can go ahead and click here and learn more about what's offered in conjunction with Liondesk. We have our Help Center, which is our knowledge base, right? It's full of articles and videos that show you how to navigate through Liondesk and shows you how to leverage all of our tools. So you can go ahead and click here for the Help Center. And finally, we have our training resources. So again, we have a lot of great resources that you can take advantage of. So let's go ahead and jump into our training resources. When you click, it's going to take you to our training page. First thing you're going to see are our webinars. So we do host weekly webinars. We have the Getting Started with Liondesk webinar series, session 1, 2, and 3. Right? Definitely recommend for new users or for those that just want to get to know more about Liondesk. Great series to jump into. Right? Session 1 really focuses on the basics, right? Setting up your profile, uploading your contacts, sending out an email, sending out a text. Session 2 really focuses on communication, right? Staying top of mind. So we go over like campaigns, videos, right? Things that are going to help you connect and communicate with your contacts. Session 3, we focus on automation, right? So using campaigns, transactions, and transaction plans to automate your communication and your workflow. And then every Thursday, we host our live Q&A, which is what you're joining us in now. We go live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn every Thursday at 10 a.m. So we go live and we answer all of your Liondesk questions. So you can go ahead and click here to sign up for reminders as well as to see previous sessions. As we scroll below, you will see our self-paced trainings, right? So the options, these webinars above are live. So you will have a rep there to answer your questions. But if you want to start training now, you can, right? In these self-paced trainings, these are pre-recorded videos that you can start watching now. So we have the Getting Started series, watch on demand, right? We have these sessions recorded so you can watch them at any time. Granted, if you go to the live webinar, you'll have a rep there to answer your questions. We have our Path to Success guide. So when you click here, it will show you different online courses that you can take, right? So you'll see courses for your campaigns, courses for transactions, a course for our Facebook ad portal. So you can click here if you want to know more about these features. We have our Fast Start guide, which is for tech-savvy folks who just need a few quick tips to get started. And then we have our video library, which is a playlist of all the videos that all of our training videos that we have. As we scroll below, you will see more resources such as our Help Center, right? Like I mentioned, it's our knowledge base, right? Anything that you need to know, you can go here. We have videos and instructions on how to navigate through Liondesk and how to leverage our different tools. We have a link to our private Facebook group. Definitely recommend joining. We have over 15,000. I think at this point, we're like reaching almost 20,000 users. So you can join our private Facebook group. A great way for more resources, more tips, right? We're on there as well as other agents are on there, just having conversations on how to really make the most out of your account. So recommend joining. Go ahead and click here to join the private Facebook group. We have the concierge account setup service. So if you find yourself too busy to get everything set up within your Liondesk account, don't worry, you can hire a professional to do that work for you. So with the concierge account setup service, they will upload your contacts, set up your integrations, your autoresponders, as well as 10 custom drip campaigns. So you can click here. There's more to the service. I listed like 4 items. I think there's like 15 in total. So if you wanted the full details, go ahead and click here. And finally, you can reach out to us. We have 3 separate channels of support. So you can give us a call, you can send us an email, or you can come in through live chats. So you can give us a call at 760-501-8582. You can send us an email to support@liondesk.com, or you can come in through our live chat bubble. Simply click, and it's going to connect you with a live rep. All 3 separate channels of support are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. All right, y'all. So that's going to conclude our live Q&A for today. But again, if you have any questions that pop up later in the week, check out our training page. Great resource. But also feel free to reach out to us. You can give us a call, send us an email, or come in through the live chat. Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great weekend. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.